Plaintiff Letitia Starks says the defendant is her younger sister, and she is irresponsible when it comes to men and money. Letitia claims the defendant always dates men who use her for her money, and she's suing her today because she claims she took out a loan for the defendant and she failed to repay it. Defendant Valdavia Roberts says Letitia has always been more like a mother than a sister to her, and she even took Valdavia into her home after her biological mother abandoned her at a daycare facility. Valdavia insists Letitia is suing for more than she owes.
Start with you.
This is my sister, Valdavia Roberts. I'm 13 years older than her, and Valdavia has been very irresponsible, especially when it comes to men and money, mostly men.
How so?
Because as long as Valdavia has money, she got a man. As soon as the money gone, the man gone. And so she was pregnant in high school. She got into a very heated altercation with my mom, and she came and lived with me. And as doing so, living with me, she got into an altercation with me several times. And so she got a little older and got pregnant a second time by a deadbeat dude that she met. And the guy, all he wanted to do is sit around, drink, smoke weed, and practically depend on his parents majority of the time.
So she loved you? Okay. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Okay, Your Honor. This is my older sister. She's always been like a mother to me. Just because my mom, she was on crack, and she basically dropped me off at my sister's.
What age?
When I was in elementary school, my mom left me at the daycare lady for like 2 weeks, and then I went to go stay with my sister for like a year and a half, maybe.
Where'd you stay after that?
My mom actually came back for me.
Okay.
Not came back, she kidnapped her. She told me she was gonna visit her for a little while, and then doing so, she never brought her back because she wanted Valdavia's Social Security check.
All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, she's my sister, but like I said, she acts just like my mom.
What do you mean she acted like your mom?
What a mother do, controlling.
Got it.
Controlling?
Yeah.
I don't know where you get this from. Controlling, probably trying to guide her in some of the right direction. Sorry, young.
Did you finish high school?
Yes, sir. I finished
Good.
high school.
All right. Did you get a skill after that?
No, I was recently in Alabama. I was in school for a medical assistant.
Too busy chasing men.
And what happened? She says it's because you were busy chasing men.
I moved back here.
Why didn't you stay and finish?
Because the place I was living in, I couldn't stay there anymore, so I moved back to Georgia.
Her place was unavailable?
I was staying with her. And
Right, so why couldn't you finish your education? This is not funny.
I know, sir.
Right, she says you're irresponsible, you have these kids, no one to take care of them, by yourself, you were in school, you dropped out, so I want to know why.
Because I moved back to Georgia.
Why?
Because my mother, she asked me if I can come back, so I went back.
Why didn't you tell your mother I have to finish school, mama?
I don't know.
Okay, and when are you going to go back?
I start back in August.
What type of major?
Medical assistant.
Okay, and when would you complete that?
I will complete that in 2019.
Okay. That's 3 years. What do you have, a bachelor's at that point?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, well, hopefully, you laugh. You don't think that's the case?
No.
Why?
Because when she came back here, I actually helped.
You mean Georgia?
She came back to stay with me the second time in Alabama. And she she brought along a guest with her, which was a man, which was the same baby daddy that keeping her down and out.
What does that have to do with her finishing school in 3 years?
Because I tried to get her, she was going to school, she enrolled in school, and then as soon as he came back, she dropped out.
Yep, that's what I was trying to get to. And because you had given me that impression, and she couldn't tell me. She sat there grinning and skinning
I didn't drop out because of him.
until I pressed her to tell me something, because I don't want these kids living in poverty.
Right.
Bad education system, flooded with guns and drugs, no jobs. That's what impoverished neighborhoods consist of. That's why I'm coming down on you, because you're about to allow your children to go into that same situation that you came from. You came from a crack-addicted household. You had children prior to being able to take care of them with men who she says can't take care of them. Because if you don't finish that college, then who's going to pay for that loan you probably got? All these taxpayers. We pay for loan defaults because they're government related.
Plaintiff Letitia Starks is suing her younger sister, who says Letitia took her into her home after their mother abandoned her at a daycare facility.
The $2,400 is for what?
In November of 2015, I took out a loan for $2,700. We went and got a car for $2,250, and we put the rest towards her utility bills. And she agreed to pay me in February when she got her income tax. I know I watch your show. I know. I know.
Never get your money when they tell you that.
Despite all of that, I did it for her kids, not for Miss Roberts.
There you go.
And then in January of 2016, she did give me $300 of that towards once she got her student refund. And so then she allowed this same guy to come down, and he drove the car without a license. Once he drove the car without a license, the car was impound, and she no longer had transportation, which she agreed that she was gonna try to look for a job to repay me for my money, which she never did.
Yeah. You have any defense?
I did. She did take out a $2,700 loan for me to get a car so that I can get back to work and school. I say I only owe her $150 though.
$150? I'm sorry.
Tell me why.
Okay. Like she said, the car did get impound. My baby daddy, he moved back to Alabama with me. So he moved back in. I was still going to school, and then he got a job. So when I came from school, he used the car to go to work. On his way from work, the cop pulled him over because he did not have tags on the car, which the plaintiff was supposed to get since the car was in her name. She didn't get the tags in her name, so the car got repoed.
No, the guy got repoed because he drove it without tags. That was illegal. Your boyfriend committed an illegal act, so I'm gonna grant her money, and then you sue your boyfriend. $2,400 is the judgment.
Thank you,
Have a good day.
That's it. Don't ask me for nothing else, because I am done. Don't ask me if it don't concern Jaden or Jay or Connor. Don't ask me for nothing else, because I am done, boo. D-O-N, and I'm like J.G. Wentworth, I need my money now. I hope she really get her act together. I love her. I love her kids. I want the best for my sister, but I'm just happy the judge ruled in my favor, and I got my money, and I can pay this loan off.
I don't have anything to say.